November 2010. At this time, I was addicted to methamphetamines, steroids, other pain pills, and I was losing everything I had. I lost my home, I lost my girlfriend, I lost my family. I sold all my possessions for drugs, for an addiction. I didn't realize at the time what it was doing to me and how it was affecting the people around me. Because in all honesty, the drugs took away the pain that I had from the lack of development in character in myself, the lack of family. And I remember Thanksgiving of 2010. It was raining, and I was sitting in my car that night, and I'm crying. My eyes were bloodshot pink, and everything was hitting me. I cried my eyes out, and I said to myself, this ends today. This ends now. I will never get the life I want to have if I continue doing this. I will never have a family. I will never have a nice car. I will never have a big house. It was just beyond physical pain, but just the mental stress of going without, pushing through, because I knew what I wanted was bigger than this. And I made a sacrifice. I sacrificed doing what I always done, doing what was easy and what I was used to, for a vision, a dream, a passion to be great. And what I'm telling you is, you can be anything and do anything in life, but you're gonna have to make some sacrifices, and those ain't always easy. They're far from easy. But if your vision overweighs the sacrifice, you'll push through and you'll fight through it. I'm telling you right now that you will not die from your sacrifice. It's gonna hurt. Just push through it, because nothing in life that is worth anything comes easy. Hands down, be the best person you can be. Don't settle by doing what you always done. Don't settle. That's what everyone else is doing. Believe, because I'm telling you, it doesn't matter where you're from or any of that stuff. You can obtain that college degree. You can start that business. You can play on that sports team. You can be on the honor roll. But it's all about sacrifice. You can change anything you want. If what you're doing is not working, you might not be sacrificing enough. Sometimes you got to get out of your box and your comfort zone to obtain that success you want. And that's not easy. Sometimes the smallest changes can be the toughest, but sometimes the smallest changes can make the biggest difference. For me, I had to make changes inside of me as much as the outside. People, it's just about giving the best of you, tucking your shirt in, being polite, being humble. Those are all things that you physically can do to help you get where you want to go. One of my good friends tells me, he wrote a letter of recommendation for me. He said, in the letter of recommendation, says Jeremy's always optimistic and he's always in high spirits. And the reason being for that is, I know what I've been through, and I know where I'm at, and I know I'm not gonna have to go through what I already had again. So I can only imagine where I'm gonna go in the future. But it's come down to sacrifice. All the things that I personally learned came from sacrifice. Weight loss, comprehension and reading. I always struggled with reading, and I had to be patient, and I'm still not where I need to be, but I'm making a sacrifice, putting the time in to achieve that. Sacrificing a social life, a relationship, for a dream, a vision. I'm 26 years old, and I don't have much of a social life outside of my day-to-day routine. And sometimes it bugs me, but I understand that there's a bigger picture, and I understand that everyone hasn't had to go through the things that I have in life. And I'm glad, because I don't want no one to ever have to experience the things I have. But at the same time, I have to make sacrifice to get where maybe their parents are, or get where they're going for something great. And I'm just willing to do it, because I just don't want to be a statistic. I don't want to be like my dad. You know, like I say, the tradition starts now. It starts with me. I take the pressure and the burden, I put them on my shoulders. I put my family's last name on my shoulders, and I want my kids to be proud of their last name. Sacrifice, people, sacrifice. You know, put down the video game controllers. Put down the TV, you know, the reality TV. Put that down. You watching other people's lives, why don't you start watching your own? Why don't you live that life? Stop wanting, stop wishing all this stuff. Man, start working. Make it happen. People ask me, you got a PlayStation 3 and Xbox? I said, no, I don't got none of that. I don't got time for that. I barely sleep. I'm chasing a dream. I have a vision. I can't be in fantasy land playing a sports game wanting to be somebody else. I want to be me. I want to be great. And we're talking about success and obtaining goals and sacrifice and everything along those lines. But one thing I want to explain to people is that you have to do what you do for you. It's got to be in your heart. It's got to be a passion. I've been working out, you know, for about 11 years now, and you know, I get people asking me to train them, and what can I do? You know, and I always ask them, why do you want to do this? And the number one response is, you know, I want to be cool. I want to get girls and all that stuff. And what I try to tell people is, it's not about that. You got to have that desire in yourself that I don't care if I'm the only person on this earth. I'm doing this for me, not for the reaction of others. So once you have that inside of you, hey, I want this car, I want this home. It's not about what people think. You got to be chasing that for you. You will struggle to obtain the goal if you're doing it for somebody else. You might be able to make it happen, but it's going to be a lot tougher. A lot tougher. Because you're going to have to put more energy, because it's not really what you want. It's what somebody else wants. So what I'm saying is, find what works for you, and you know, it's just going to be easier. For me, it was working out. You know, that's what I was passionate about. Now it's a business, and you know, I do this for me. That's all I really have to say, and I'm just very grateful and very blessed that you are listening to this right now and hearing the words I gotta say in my story. I'm going to continue to share that with you every week, and I hope you guys listen, and I hope I inspire you, motivate you, uplift you. And when times get tough in your day, remember, it's not going to kill you. You're going to push through it. There's always a tomorrow. You know, tomorrow's going to come. It's going to come. And just to be optimistic. I got this saying, if I'm breathing, I'm optimistic, because I can change anything. You can change anything, people. You don't like how you're being perceived by people. You don't, you know, anything. You control you. It's never too late to make change. I don't care what your age is. I didn't make change till I was 25 years old. 25. I feel like I wasted 25 years of my life. So the next 25 years, I know they're going to be smooth sailing. And they already have been. It's never too late to change. But the longer you wait, the harder it gets. That's all I got to say, people. Thank you very much, and God bless.